They said it was a perfect marriage. No warning signs, no history of violence. So when she confessed, it didn't make sense, because the man she claimed to kill was seen at his own funeral. So the question is, who actually died? Emily Carter loved her husband. That's what everyone believed. They laughed together. They danced in the kitchen. They built a life that looked effortless. But appearances are performances, and some people learn to perform very well. Started small, a look that lasted too long, a silence that felt wrong. Emily would stare at herself in the mirror like she didn't recognize who she was becoming. And one night, she whispered something no one else heard. "You're just like her." But who was her? Daniel Carter was perfect, calm, patient, controlled, too controlled. He never raised his voice, never lost his temper, and somehow that made it worse, because anger at least feels real. Emily didn't grow up in love. She grew up in fear, a mother who controlled everything, every word, every emotion, every breath. "You're overreacting." That's what her mother used to say. Years later, Daniel said the exact same thing. Same tone, same calm delivery, different person, same control. At some point, Emily stopped knowing what was real. Was Daniel protecting her or controlling her? Was she remembering her past or reliving it? The lines began to blur, and once that happens, truth becomes fragile. That night, it rained. Voices were raised. Something broke. A glass, a boundary, or something much worse. She remembers screaming. She remembers fear. She remembers a knife. But memory is not evidence, and fear changes everything. The fire burned fast, too fast. By the time anyone noticed, it was already over. A body inside, unrecognizable, destroyed. And yet, Emily didn't call for help immediately. She waited. Why? Hours later, she walked into the station, calm, still. "I killed my husband." No hesitation, no confusion, just certainty. But certainty can be taught. They buried him 3 days later. Closed casket. Rain falling like it was part of the script. People cried. People mourned. And someone watched. From a distance. A man no one noticed. A man who wasn't supposed to be alive. Daniel Carter. If Daniel is alive, then who was in that coffin? And more importantly, what did Emily actually confess to? Daniel disappeared. New name, new city, new life. Like none of it ever happened. But people don't run unless they're afraid. So what was he afraid of? Emily or the truth? Emily tried to move on. But guilt doesn't disappear. It waits. In silence. In mirrors. In memories that don't quite make sense. "I didn't mean to." That's what she kept saying. But if she didn't mean to, what really happened that night? Months passed. Then something changed. Technology caught up. Evidence spoke. The DNA report came back. And everything collapsed. The body was not Daniel. Not even close. Someone else died that night. Someone connected to Emily's past. And suddenly, her confession meant something very different. The memories came back. Clearer now. Daniel wasn't the victim. He was in control. He always was. He didn't just manipulate her actions. He manipulated her reality. He made her believe she was the one who killed. But she didn't. Not alone. And maybe not at all. Police reopened the case. Daniel was no longer a victim. He was a suspect, a dangerous one. And this time, he was running out of places to hide. When they finally faced each other, there was no confusion left. No blurred memory, just truth. You remember wrong, he said, but she didn't. Not anymore. Daniel was arrested. The truth came out. But truth doesn't fix damage. It doesn't erase fear. And it doesn't undo what was done. Emily stood alone, looking at herself. I didn't kill him, but I helped him. The scariest part isn't what happened, it's what we believed while it was happening.